What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about another situation that did take place while unfortunately I was sick from the past week. Now, at the end of the day, we could talk about a lot of things, really. We could talk about the Zach LaVine situation. We could talk about draft prospects. But today, I want to talk about DeMar DeRozan. I want to talk about, the situation that's going on with him and the rumors that are coming out about him and this free agency period for the Chicago Bulls. We're going to talk a little bit about it and more in this video. But before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and DeMar DeRozan. And would you like to see DeMar DeRozan remain on the Chicago Bulls team? What contract would you like to see? And ultimately, if you do not want to see DeMar DeRozan return to this Bulls team, where would you like to see the Bulls spend their money to bring in the talent that can make the difference to this Bulls team? Now, we need to first discuss what is it about DeMar DeRozan that we're going to be talking about today. Well, essentially, there was a little bit of a rumor going out there. I'm not sure where I heard this from, but I know I definitely heard it, suggesting that DeMar DeRozan, the Bulls would like to keep him in terms of a respectable value, in a sense. They want to respect the value and respect the asset, as well as be reasonable in this situation as well. So basically, they want to keep him in a place where it's the right money, the right years, and it has to be, reasonable. It can't be out of order. It can't be a max contract for 5 years or anything like that. They want to keep it respectable and reasonable, which is understandable. But what is reasonable for the Chicago Bulls? Well, again, I heard this, and I cannot clarify if this is true or not, but apparently that's around 2 years and $40 million per season. Up to, at least. It could be less, but it's at least up to that standpoint. That was the rumor that I heard and saw about. Again, for the life of me, I do not know who said it, but I know that it's been out there, and that's why I'm talking about it. So, if I'm talking complete gibberish here, fair enough. You can move on, forget the video ever happened and stuff of that nature. But I want to talk about it because it's an interesting standpoint that we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. 2 years, $40 million for DeMar DeRozan to remain on this Chicago Bulls team. At least that's what the Bulls are thinking. I want to start off with the fact that this is not new news in the sense that the Bulls want to keep DeMar DeRozan. So many people are already discussing what to do when DeMar DeRozan is out of the Chicago Bulls, when we've known for well over a year and a half even, that the Bulls wanted to keep DeMar DeRozan. This was not even a topic of debate. The Bulls always wanted to keep DeMar DeRozan, and even if DeMar DeRozan, for some reason, does not want to remain in Chicago or does go to a different team, I will stand by the side of the fact that the Bulls want DeMar DeRozan to stay. Even if he leaves, I'm not going to believe that the Bulls never wanted to let him go. They want him here. They always have, and I guess we'll wait and see in free agency whether or not they can get it done. So in that regard, this is not new news. Heck, even $40 million a season is not new news. We've talked about this several times on this channel about DeMar DeRozan wanting $40 million. 2 years is a bit of an interesting standpoint. So what do I like about the contract? I like that it's short term. At the end of the day, look, this Bulls team is so up in the air, and there's so much speculation, and there's definitely changes that need to be made, that it's going to be foolish to sign anyone of significance, at least, because DeMar DeRozan is a significant player. Anyone of significance up to 3, 4, 5 years of a contract. That is crazy. I don't think we should be doing that unless we have a guaranteed picture and a guaranteed road to success that we can follow. If you don't have that, then you probably shouldn't be paying DeMar DeRozan for at least 3, 4, 5 years. So I like the fact that it's short term. I obviously like the fact that we're going to keep a very valuable player and a very good player as well in the Chicago Bulls team. I think he's a good role model to have for a lot of the younger guys on the team. And everybody as a young player has said that about him. Even players that are not on this Bulls team have said very great things about DeMar DeRozan as a mentor type player. He takes players under his wings. He helps train specific players. He's a good person to have around. He's obviously a good human being as well. So these are all really good attributes to have outside of the game and even on the court as well. To have someone like that on your side is very, very positive stuff. But there is clear weaknesses to that contract. And to me, that's the $40 million part. That means that DeMar DeRozan is going to get a significant pay rise, and he's going to be in a situation where if he gets that amount of money, the Bulls will be in jeopardy for free agency in this upcoming season. Now, look, 40 million is nothing to laugh at. I mean, literally, it will show the utmost respect to DeMar DeRozan. I guess that's another positive as well to the contract. You will be showing DeMar DeRozan respect by valuing him at that price. But I've been more on the side of, if you're going to keep DeMar DeRozan, it has to be a team-friendly deal, and it has to be a situation where you could get other assets to come into this team and make a difference while DeMar DeRozan is here. And I just find our avenues to do that very limited if we keep DeMar DeRozan for $40 million a season. Now, the years might help, because in a sense, let's just say you give him a 2-year plus a team option at the end of it. So it's basically our choice if you want to keep him for the 3rd year or not. I don't personally have a problem with the years. It's just the price. What sort of moves can we do if you pay DeMar DeRozan $40 million? Keep in mind, there are free agents that are coming out of this team as well that will need to be paid. Keep in mind, you're still paying Lonzo Ball $21 million this season. You have to re-sign Patrick Williams. I'm pretty sure the Bulls are very keen on that, and we're going to have to talk about Patrick Williams in another video. There's even more going on about him in this upcoming times. So again, there's just so much to do, so much avenues to go down, and ultimately, that's without actually looking at new prospects in free agency. We've talked about continuity a lot, and continuity is a word for this Bulls team at least that people are terrified of. They are scared of the word continuity. If you re-sign DeMar DeRozan for 2 years, $40 million, in my eyes, continuity is going to hit you right back in the face. It's going to be there, because I don't see how much significant change you could make without, I guess, free agency money to spend, or at least a significant amount of it. Yes, you can make trades like Zach LaVine, for example. Yes, you can make trades for Nikola Vucevic. But at the end of the day, Zach LaVine, there's already talks about him being a salary dump contract. Nikola Vucevic, as good as he is, I very much find it hard to believe you're going to get a player better than Nikola Vucevic in return for Nikola Vucevic, if you know what I mean. You're going to have to get someone worse, maybe get a couple of players in there that could fill the role. Because, again, he does provide a big role for the Bulls offensively. So, yeah, you could trade core pieces, but I do often question what the Bulls are going to do in that standpoint. I kind of view DeMar DeRozan as someone that can play until his early 40s. I honestly see that, because his game is not solely based on athleticism. He's got a high IQ up there. He can make decent passes. He's a very good mid-range player. He can shoot. He's obviously a good ball handler. And again, I could see his future still being relatively good in 3, 4, 5 years' time. My problem is not the years in that regard. It's the money. I just don't personally think he's worth $40 million. I could compare DeMar DeRozan to Chris Paul. Chris Paul will always find his way into a team because of what he could do on the playmaking side and how he's offensively an organizer of a team. And he can make the biggest difference to any team in that regard. And that's why he's still in the league. That's why he's still getting paid. That's why he is as good as he is, and he's playing for as long as he can. I could view DeMar DeRozan in that sense because he's got talent that not many players have in this league, and that talent can be used coming off the bench or starting, producing at a high level. I honestly believe that. It's just, is he worth that $40 million? That's the ultimate question, and I'm going to ask you, is DeMar DeRozan worth that $40 million? If you say he's worth that $40 million, then this contract is perfect. 2 years, $40 million, short-term deal. Take it. Great. Fantastic. If you believe that we need to use that money elsewhere, and unfortunately DeMar DeRozan is not worth that $40 million, then this is a deal that's going to bring up a lot of questions to what is next. Keep in mind, this is a rumor. This is by no means a fact, but we know for a fact that the Bulls want to keep DeMar DeRozan. How they get it done, I'm not too sure. And I don't think this is going to be a deal that the Bulls get done within the first day of free agency. Because I do think DeMar DeRozan is going to have the respect to go look elsewhere, to go look at what teams are offering him. And I think the Bulls should do the same. Because I don't know if there's anyone in this league that's going to offer DeMar DeRozan $40 million. I genuinely don't know. It could be a very valid question. And if there's no one that's going to offer that, then maybe the Bulls could probably look at that situation and try to offer him less, make it a little bit more reasonable, if you know what I mean. But that's my video today. Thank you for watching. Drop a like and a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care. and peace.